In internal reconstruction, the chapter deals with the revival of a loss-making company through self-effort. So what do we mean by internal reconstruction and loss-making company? So what does the two-word internal reconstruction means? So if it is a loss-making company, it has to be revived, and that has to be done by internal efforts. That is from within the company. And who are these people who are going to do it or who are going to help the process? They are the shareholders, management, directors, creditors, bankers, debenture holders, etc. And what do we mean by the word reconstruction? Reconstruction means revival of the company, and that will require a lot of repairing, modification, adjustments, renewal, compromises, etc. Who is going to do this? So how it is to be done? It requires sacrifice from shareholders, compromise from debenture holders and creditors, readjustment of the loans, revaluing the assets, revaluing the liabilities, and cleaning up the losses that are there in the books. Now, why these efforts we are going to take? It is for the health of the balance sheet and to revive the company and to give it a new lease of life. Now on your screen, you will notice a balance sheet. Now the important figure is on the asset side. How to identify that the balance sheet given to you is of a loss-making company? So you will see at the bottom of the asset, profit and loss account. The amount is 16,22,500. The total of the asset side is 48 lakhs. 16 lakhs out of 48 lakh makes a 33% valuation for profit and loss account. So 33% of our assets are not realizable. They are just mere entries in the asset side. We cannot sell it, we cannot monetize it and give it to our creditors. So it means it is our asset side doesn't cover real assets but fictitious assets. We go to one more balance sheet of a sick company. We go to asset side. The first account in the asset side is goodwill. If you are a loss-making organization, goodwill will not fetch you any amount. The value of goodwill normally is zero. Then we have at the bottom, we have preliminary expenses and we have profit and loss account. These two accounts are called as fictitious assets. And the total of these three assets comes to 2,30,000, which is 23% of the asset valuation. Plus, if you are a loss-making organization, the asset sides sometimes show inflated value of the assets. Whatever may be the price of the asset may not be the real value of the asset in the market. So when you go and sell the asset in the market, you will get a very lesser value. Such as machinery is reported as 1,92,400, but when you go to a market, you may not get that much amount for your machinery. Here we are not talking about selling assets, but we are talking about the fair value of the asset. What is the fair value of the asset? That also is to be taken into consideration by taking into account whether a company is sick or not. And so we come to what is internal reconstruction. Internal reconstruction is an arrangement made by the companies whereby the claims of shareholders, debenture holder, creditors, and other liabilities are altered and reduced so that accumulated losses are written off, which we have seen on the asset side. The assets are valued at their fair value, which was the last point that I was making, and the balance sheet should show the true and fair view of the financial position of the company. Who are the parties in the internal reconstruction? Shareholders, debenture holders, bank loan, assets and machinery. Now what happens in internal reconstruction? In internal reconstruction, no new company is formed, no new company is liquidated, your company is not closed down. For all these arrangements and compromise for internal reconstruction, we require court confirmation and shareholders confirmation. It is a very slow and a very tedious process. And the company at the end of the internal reconstruction is able to set off all its losses against future profits. Now, what are we going to learn in this internal reconstruction from the accounting perspective? We have to learn the accounting entries regarding types of adjustment that are to be done in internal reconstruction, the journal entries for those adjustments, how we are going to prepare a capital reduction account, which is the accumulation of the loss and profit related to internal reconstruction, and how our balance sheet will be shown in the books of accounts. So we stop over here.